Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my Jaybird. And this is game 71 of Battle of the Boxes. Remembering 1976 and the 1977 to bot 1750. Now, I did fix my board and put the 50 up there. The last game was 1750, but I didn't, too lazy to change it. With no help, no arrows, no assistance of any kind to this bot, I'm in black, and we're calling it Nightbird, Knights 88, Jaybird, Donna's Bird, Rook, Bishop, Castle. And this one's a short one, 41 moves. Let's get down to it. E4, D6, D4, E7. I'm taking you back to 1977 right now. This is my theory. After E6, C3, D7, F3, E7, into the Knight's Bird, B5. And when this started happening, actually, I didn't start doing that until Jay started complaining. Jay Bird started complaining about me putting the bishops up here, so I switched them around. And then he would say, "Well, you're doing the same thing." I said, "No, it's not. It's a knight, or it's a queen instead of the knight, or and it's not the same." After B5, A6, D3, and or he might say, "Well, see, you still push that pawn up." He'd say something. Well, you're down here. I remember this. That's how I got started to doing other things. And even though we discussed that we could move the pieces around, but the actual happening until he got tired of me playing the J Bird. After D3, H6, E5, D5, castle, and then he used to complain, "Well, you're not taking nothing." I remember that too. After no castle, G5, then I start the attack. H4, takes H4, D2. The knight's 88. Now this is 10 moves, but the knights are on 8s. So it's knight's 88. After A4, I go B6, A2. And that's a good move because when that pawn comes up, you got to have these two pawns up like this. After A2, D7, into the J Bird. Here's the J Bird. A5, I pass B5, B1, G5, C1, take D2, take D2, E7, into the Donna's Bird, right here. After E7, D1, F5, F4, G6, H2, castle, rook, bishop, castle, right here. After castle, H3, G7, takes H4, takes H4, take H4. Back into the knight's bird again. After E7, G3. Don't want to trade pieces. After F7, because look at this. I got him right where I want him. His pieces, the program just, it's right now, it's stuck. After F7, A1, rookie over G8, H2, H5, H3, H4, F1, G6, E3, H7, B4, H8, B B1. See, and it knows what's happening over here already, and I think that's why it can't, develop anything to try to get anything going now, because it's like we're coming to the end here with this already. G7, G1. He goes back. I decide to go back. I'm trying to play which way I'm thinking how I'm going to do this. I'm ready to sacrifice pieces. After G8, F1, H3, G3, F4. Here we go. C1, takes G3, takes G3. Obviously, you sack a piece. If he worries about that knight, it's check, and it's going to be soon game over, straight down. After G3 takes E5, H3, G3, F1, take H3, get that out of the way quick. E2, H1, G1, G1 check, E2, F3, D2, and that's game G1. And that's actually how that all got started like that. I specifically remember that when he got tired of my Jay Bird, so I'd open up my pawns this way and then move pieces up, and then he would say something. Well, that's just, you're doing the same thing. I said, it's not the same. It's not the, and then like I said, explain it. These pieces can move around. I can do this and that. And then he just like went in a dead stare and looking at the game and making his move. It's like, you know. And I think when he came back with that information about the hippo and the book, and there's only 100 openings and everything, I said, "Where's he wouldn't tell me no more, anything more. It's like he didn't want me to know any more than what was going on." And nobody back then was playing chess. Knight's waiting, move it up, J Bird. See how your pieces just get moved around in the back like this. Into the Donna's Bird here. Castle. What's he going to do? This knight's in the way of this pawn, and by the time this all, Neiman, it'd be close. A higher end program, it's a little bit different. They get to the chase before this, and I have to time everything just right. This one, I got to time some things right, but it don't have to be super perfect. Don't want to trade. Run the rook over. And now it's just push the pawn, set it up, set the battery up, and which way I want to go. Because he moved the king back, I put it here because between this pawn and this knight, let's see, we go on. I still push, no problem. I'm ready to sacrifice. If he passes, it's still no good. We'll still can take a piece. Well, maybe we won't go that way. Maybe we go, depending what he would do. Nope, I take. And it's all downhill. And there's game. Okay, thanks for stopping by, and we're going to have some more Battle of the Boxes.